What's going on, guys? Today we'll be restarting the NHL with a fantasy draft. Of course, I got to use the all-new Utah Hockey Club. Also, quick question, guys. What do you prefer, the Custom Tactics Red Wings jersey behind me, or this NHL 25 Custom Tactics jersey, which actually has the exact same colors as the Utah Hockey Club? Kind of funny, it's also my logo color, so it looks really similar to this custom jersey I actually made when I was at the launch event in Seattle. But regardless, guys, let me know in the comment section which one you think I should leave hanging up there. Getting into the fantasy draft now, guys. And as always, when you're doing a fantasy draft, you have to make sure you have authentic cap penalties turned off, as well as draft pick ownership set to classic. That way, everything gets reset. And I just loaded in here, guys. We're currently picking number 19, but I'm going to close my eyes, click randomize a bunch of times, and that'll be our new spot. And where are we picking? Number 31. Okay, so back-to-back picks. Anaheim Ducks. I mean, I kind of love that, honestly. The Mighty Ducks. You got first overall there. You got the Maple Leafs at 2. So we'll see what happens here. I'm very curious to see if McDavid still doesn't go first overall. I know last year, NHL 24, a lot of the times he wouldn't. It would be like Makar, sometimes other players as well. Now, obviously at 31, we're kind of missing out on a superstar, but the back-to-back picks is very nice. Shesterkin there just went before us. You got Stützle, Eichel, Hellebuck, the best goalie, doesn't go to 27. So obviously you can see there goalies, aren't too highly valued. Yossi at 20, I think is really good for 93 overall D-man. Obviously all these guys are in the low 90s. I'm curious, Bedard at 88, but he goes 10 with that franchise potential as well as, being so young. You got Barkov, Pastrnak, Jack Hughes, Draisaitl, Quinn Hughes, Matthews, McKinnon, Makar, and McDavid there, rounding out the top 10. So luckily, McDavid does go first overall. So let's see who we should take here. Sidney Crosby, I think he's 37. Like, when are they going to start taking him? I'm not sure. Obviously, this being my first NHL 25 draft, can probably risk it taking him first pick in the second round. So that means who do we want with the other pick? Obviously, this only lasting 1 year. We definitely value overall. Could go Petey. 25 can still grow. Play him on Crosby's wing. I mean, that might be the way to go. He's tied in rating, but he's the youngest. Let's try that. Let's go Petey there. I don't take him, honestly, too often in these fantasy drafts. And hopefully, Sid the Kid is still available to us, which he is early here in the second round. So I think Petey Crosby should be a sick duo, especially when we get a sniper there on their right wing. Now picking at the end of the third round. Here, probably a number of defensemen. You could go Pietrangelo. You could go Carlson. You could also go Erik Karlsson. Potentially get some more offense. Ooh, this is a tough one. You could go Malkin, Kane, Drew Doughty's there. What am I thinking? Brad Marchand. We did say we want a sniper. Ovechkin's still there, 38. So 89 overall. I feel like Sid probably would have been gone by this point, though. Also, too, guys, one thing I should point out, you can see how it actually includes all their clauses when you're drafting them. So that's definitely going to be like another level, I think, to the fantasy draft. Guys with full no-move clause, they're probably going to be valued less than a guy that, has no trade clause whatsoever. Take, like, Brock Besser here. So having said that, we're not trading anybody for this, so we don't really care. So I think I'm going to take Alex Pietrangelo here. Highest rated defenseman. Kind of does it all. Should be a really nice number 1. Now, next, I'm probably looking for that sniper to play with Crosby, Petey. I mean, Marchand's there. He's a two-way forward. What's his shooting stat, though? 4.5 stars. Obviously, he does train with Crosby out in Nova Scotia. Could also get another defenseman here. Speaking of Brock Besser, though, he's got the 5-star shot. I said I wanted a sniper. Maybe, we get that Brock and Petey connection with Sid in the middle. He's younger. He doesn't have the no-move clause. Maybe he'd be a guy that would actually, go higher in this fantasy draft. So we'll see who's still available. Maybe there are some veterans. And there are. You got Ovechkin there, Patrick Kane, Malkin. Yeah, these older guys aren't getting picked as early. Still need a defenseman. Petrangelo's right-handed. I'd like a left-handed guy. The Tang's also right there. Same with Brent Burns. Dang, we actually have to go kind of deep at this point. Could also look to get an elite goalie. I'm not sure how much that matters this year. Freddie Anderson, 88 overall. This is round 5 for us. Would be the best guy available. For this first draft, let's take Anderson. We'll see, how much it actually matters to have one of those elite goalies. Now, next year, guys, I think I still would like a D-man, but Ovechkin's right there. He's staring us in the face. Second line plus, top power play. Should be able to add a ton of goals for this team. So let's take Alex Ovechkin there. I think he could be an absolute beast for us. Now, next pick here, I keep saying defense. Spurgeon's another righty, but he's only 34. Could also go get, like, say, Matthias Ekholm, 34 as well. He might actually be available a bit longer. Let's take Jared Spurgeon here. Probably will end up being on the second pairing. Try and get, a really nice top 4 maybe. Letang's still here. Ekholm's still there as well. I'm going to get Ekholm. I think I'll probably have him with Pietrangelo on the top pair. If we get one more defenseman, I think our top 4 will be very solid. Then we could probably, fill up the rest of the forward group, some decent guys. Obviously, Obi on the second line. Should be able to carry whoever. Could go Brent Burns. We do have 2 righties at that point. Could also go Cam Fowler, in which case, maybe we take like a better offensive player. Gus Nyquist. No clauses or anything. He's a playmaker in this game. 89 passing. Obviously, we do want somebody to give Obi the puck. Granlund there, 88 passing. Huberdeau, 89 with tape to tape. I know he's got a bad contract. Maybe we do something kind of crazy, grab Huberdeau. I think with his bad contract, he probably would have went later, but we'll give Huberdeau a chance to revitalize his career. If he can't do it playing with Ovechkin, then I don't even know. Ben Nyquist are still there. Interesting. Okay, we do need a second line center. Charlie Coyle might not be too bad, power forward. I think Granlund, though, is a bit more offensive. Yeah, he's got better playmaking stats there. Again, the second line's only job is to give Ovi the puck, so we'll take him. I'm hoping we can get Cam Fowler now, pick 11. Like I said, give us a really solid top 4. Looks like he's gone. Chris Tanev, though, left-handed, play with Spurgeon, very solid defensively. I don't mind that at all. So there we go. Solid top 4, solid top 6. We got our elite goaltender. Now we're just adding depth to the team. Best players available. Gus Nyquist, only 86 overall left. That's an easy pick. I almost took him, what, like 2 rounds ago? So he definitely fell to us there. A lot of teams taking younger guys. Logan Couture, we don't care about the contract. Could be our third line center. 85 overall. Again, the only player that high rated. So we'll take him. Now we need a third line left winger. David Perron staring at me. Same with Schwartz, Evander Kane. Probably whoever is the best defensively. Perron here's got 80-60 awareness. Schwartz is only 84. And now Evander Kane here's got 80. Okay, so yeah, I think we want David Perron there. Fill out that third line forward group. Next, probably looking at our bomb D pair. Again, I kind of look at it like ice time. You draft based on ice time. The guys are going to matter the most. Jeff Petrie would actually be really solid on that bottom pair. Next pick here, we'll just take the best defenseman available, which looks to be Kevin Shattenkirk. Could also get Nick Leddy, Radko Gudas as well, maybe. Bring that physicality. Let's see. Defensively, 84 D awareness. He's got that 5-star physical. Brian Dumoulin, left side, might match up better with Petrie, but I kind of want Gudas here. That 5-star physical. Hopefully, it'll, be good for us in the sim. Now all we got to do here, guys, is get a backup goalie as well as a fourth forward line. Trying to think here. We'll take a look at the backups. Who we want to take first? Fleury, Allen. Okay. Probably, fourth line guys. It's not going to matter. Let's take Marc-Andre Fleury here. Reunite him with Sid the Kid. And then for these last 3 picks, we'll get a fourth line. So you got Anders Lee there, still available. Backlund, some defensemen. Let's take Anders Lee, captain of the Islanders. You know what? Let's take Backlund first. I think that's a really solid fourth line center. A guy that can help us out on the PK. After this, probably just the best defensive forwards available. They're still, decently rated. Anders Lee, 82 D awareness. He does have pretty good physical, 4.5 stars. Now, you know what? Brandon Tanev is also available here. It would be cool to kind of unite the brothers. So we'll take him. And then maybe we could actually get Anders Lee with the last pick, which I think would be really solid. And yeah, he's still available, probably because of the $7 million price tag. I think he's a guy that could give us, a bit of depth scoring. Actually, you know what? Jordan Stahl here. Maybe move back into the wing. Power forward, 87 D awareness, 89 faceoffs. Oh my goodness, yeah. I think Jordan Stahl is who I'm going to take there for that last pick. So hopefully this squad ends up being good for us. We'll have to, edit the lines and everything and see what it looks like. And it's kind of crazy, guys. I'm looking at the rest of the players they took. We actually got Beckett Seneca 2 picks later. He's got like high top 6 potential. I feel like that's pretty good prospect to be getting that late. So if you guys are just kind of curious in regards to your fantasy drafts, looks like you can get some steals still in the later rounds. All right, guys. So now next, I'll show the lines for this team. We do have our head coach asking us what the season goal is. To me, this team should be win the Stanley Cup, which it looks like he actually is saying is his goal too. So hopefully that's a good sign. That means this team is expected to do well in the sim. I think usually your coach kind of gives you an indication of what you can expect from your team. So if they say really don't have any goals and they somehow make the playoffs, you over exceeded. If they're saying to compete for the cup and you actually miss the playoffs, obviously the team did not come through. So right now we're going through the preseason. As you can see here, we're doing okay. We look to be a 2-3-1 here. Now, before I show you guys the ratings for the team, like I was saying, I'll show you the lines first. So, as I mentioned, first line is as we expected. PD, Crosby, Besser gives us a +5. We got Huberdeau on the second line there with Granlund, Ovi. Again, just hoping those two guys feed him the puck. Maybe he'll actually break Gretzky's record in this video. And if you guys want to see that happen in NHL 25, I actually uploaded that. Go check it out. We got Perron, Couture, Nyquist there on the third line with Tanev, Stahl, and Backlund on the fourth. Defensively here, we got Ekholm, Pietrangelo on the top pair. Tanev, Spurgeon second with Petrie and Good on the bottom pair. Now, I did mess up. For some reason, I thought Tanev was a left-hand defenseman. As you can see, he's right. So, a bit too many righties than I wanted, but that's all right. Anderson, of course, starting. Fleury backing him up. In terms of the special teams, I think it turned out really well. Like, power play 1 there, absolutely stacked. They get +5. Power play 2 even, I think, pretty good amount of skilled players. The 4-man, the first one gets a +5. The second, it's still decent. In terms of the PK, obviously having Stahl, having Backlund's a huge help. Even Crosby actually has really good defensive stats, as you guys can see. So he's on that top unit. Again, you got Stahl there with Tanev. Granlund's better defensively than I expected, so 88 D awareness should be fine on the 30 didn't with Perron. Obviously, the 3-mans are going to be okay. I think the third one with Crosby does get a -3, but the third 3-man PK is almost never on the ice, so shouldn't be too big of a deal. And as I was saying, guys, regards to the ratings, we've got 94 offense, 92 defense, 90 goaltending. You can see Sid there is our captain. Definitely looks a little bit interesting seeing him in the Utah home jersey. You also got the away there. No alternates for Utah yet. Curious if they're not even going to bother until they actually have a logo, but we're gonna get started now, guys, with the sim and see how this team does. All right, guys, so just in the deadline, as you can see here, we have a record of 38, 21, and 3, so we're looking really good. Currently second place in the division, only behind the Colorado Avalanche. Chicago's actually playing quite well, so we'll take a look here and see how everyone's doing on the team. Again, you can see everything from the main menu, which I really like. Fleury's got a really good save percentage right now. PD there, first star last game, goal and 3 assists. It actually says that Utah-Chicago's a grudge match, which honestly it might be. Like, they're both central teams. Obviously, Utah's going to have to find somebody. And I'll look at the player stats here, guys. You can see Crosby currently leading the team in points at 75. Pietrangelo leads the defenseman. Now, Crosby actually has the leading goals, scoring more than Ovechkin. PD most assists there, 47. Anderson looks pretty good. Current league leader, though, is McKinnon, 93 points. He's an absolute god in this game. Like, in every single season I've done, he's sitting better than McDavid, even when they're on, different teams because of the fantasy draft. So, definitely interesting to see. But next year, guys, we'll sit in the last month and a half, hopefully still in a playoff spot and can actually make a cup run. And so it's now the end of the season, guys. Our record here is 52, 27, and 3 for 107 points. Obviously, a very solid season. We're actually tied with the Ducks as well as the Bruins for second place in the NHL. Of course, Avalanche with 112, taking home the President's Trophy. So, curious to see how everybody else did. Again, I really like how you can just kind of look at this on the main menu. Sid at 96 points. You can see at the bottom there. PD with 80s, they're our top 2 scorers. And again, you can see more of the breakdown here with Pietrangelo leading defensive points, 37. Anderson, 39 wins. Again, McKinnon, an absolute god, 131. Followed by McDavid, Eichel, Malkin. Pretty actually surprised Malkin went off, but I guess he was on a line probably with McKinnon and Gensel, so that line was insane. You got Matthews there, Hughes, Bratt, Quinn Hughes, Connor. Looking at goals, it's Kyle Connor with 61. Assist leaders there, Quinn Hughes had 88 with the Vegas Golden Knights. Kochetkov led goalies and wins with 43. Anderson, though, was top 5, which isn't too bad. So I'll take a look at the rest of the players on our team. Also, to take a look at rookie skaters. Ovechkin, 33 goals, so he's still, I think, 9 off tying Gretzky's record, which kind of sucks. I'm really hoping he actually get it done this year in the NHL, just in case, something happens. You don't want him to get injured or whatever and not be able to do it. You got Granlund there playing really well, tons of assists. Besser at 65. Huberdeau, pretty much what he's been doing. He's like a 50-point guy. I was hoping with Ovechkin he could have put up more. Nyquist still at 50. Couture was pretty close. So overall, pretty good. I was maybe hoping for a bit more points for Pietrangelo being our, number 1 defenseman, top guy on the power play, but that's okay. Anderson here gave us really nice numbers. 911 save percentage, 285 goals against. And like I was saying, guys, look at the stats of the entire league. McKinnon there playing with both Malkin and Gensel, like, had to be the top line. Again, guys, as I mentioned, McKinnon was a monster this year with 131 points. Rookie skaters, Will Smith, 62. Okay, so in this, probably takes on the Calder unless they gave it to Michkov, 1 less point, but +8 rating. Playing the Vancouver Canucks there. He's actually got 42 assists, 19 goals. Definitely need to change him from a playmaker to a sniper. If you guys are wondering about a custom roster, I won't be making one this year, but I'm going to be helping Vasi with his. So once that's out, I'll definitely make a video breakdown showing you guys all the changes, things like that. But in the first round here, guys, the playoffs with the Dallas Stars. We'll have to take a look and see who's on that team. So first line, guys, you got John Tavares, Steven Stamkos, Mikko Rantanen, kind of nasty. Of course, you got the 2 Toronto kids. Marchment there with Bennett, JVR. Okay, Landeskog on the third line. After that, though, like, forward depth's not great. Defensively, Sergei Montour, solid top pair. Schultz, Girard, Gossespierre, Shattenkirk. Defense pretty good. They got Bobrovsky, who should be the starter, 89 overall, Kemper 82. Pretty sure Bobrovsky's at 90, which means he must have dropped in rating during the season, already down to 89. That's honestly kind of interesting to see. So we'll get started here, guys, with round 1. As you can see, we do have the home ice advantage there. Now, in game 1, we lose the first game 2-1 in OT. And the second game here, we actually win 3-1. If you guys know I'm cutting a bunch, it's because right now the playoff sim is so slow. I'm not really sure what the reason is for it. It used to go way faster. 7-2 win there in game 3, and game 4 is a 4-3 win. We just have to win one more game. We actually get it done there in game 5, 6-2. So awesome to see. Moving on now to the second round. Now in the second round, guys, we got the President's Trophy winning Avalanche. So they got Marchessault, Eichel, Keller on the first line. That's actually kind of sick because Eichel played with Keller, I believe, when they were younger, and then Marchessault, of course, he played with in Vegas. Hall there, Giroux, Strome. You got Gord, Stankoven down 85, Cardi, Athanasiou, Gaudreau, Sunkfist defensively. Byram back on the halves, Myers, Barry as well is back there, Nurse, Grizzly, Gustafson. Defense isn't as good. I guess Byram's just carrying, and then goaltending-wise, they got Hill starting, just Smith backing him up, so actually a bunch of Vegas Golden Knights on this team. And obviously, guys, the Avs winning the President's Trophy, they got the home ice advantage. lose the first game 7-6. Luckily, we're able to win the next one 6-2. So I'll take 1-1 after 2. Game 3, there's actually a 3-1 win. Game 4, 3-2 OT loss. All right, so 2-2 now. Head back to Denver, game 5. And it's a 2-1 win. All we have to do now is win one of these next 2, and we're on to the conference final. Okay, games. Oh, I was going to say, goes to game 7. We get a 4-3 win. All right, so let's go. We actually have the Vegas Golden Knights down the conference final, speaking of them. All right, guys, so Vegas team here is Bratt, Cooley, Tolvin on the first line. That's not really that crazy for a first. You'd probably expect that to be like more of a second. Kate's there. Smith, 96 for Toronto. I don't know. This forward group isn't great. Defensively, though, they got Quinn Hughes leading the way. Polak, of course, is solid. Johnson, Leddy, Zellweger, Kesserling. I don't know. Depth guys. 284 goalies. Interesting. Okay, so I don't want to, like, get ahead of ourselves here, but I think potentially the worst team we've played yet, to be honest. But they're in the conference final for a reason, so we'll see what happens. The first 2 games here are going to be at home, and we get a 5-3 loss and 5-4 win. Okay, so all tied up now, heading to Vegas. 6-3 win, 6-3 loss. Series is tied 2 apiece. Game 5, 4-3 win. All we got to do now is win one of the next 2, and we're on the Stanley Cup final. Not going to happen in Game 6. Maybe it can happen in Game 7. We'll send this thing period by period. First period, guys, 0-0. We're showing them 15-9. Not a good second. They're up 3-1. David Perron with our lone goal. Might be all she wrote for this team. And 5-3. Are you kidding me? We actually tied it up. And then with 31 seconds left, Logan Cooley scores the game and series winner on his old Utah team. That is crazy. Tolvin in there as well. Just adding a little insurance goal 9 seconds later on the empty netter. Wow. Besser also tied the game up with 2 minutes left. Like, wow, that is crazy. So, unfortunately, I knew when I said they were the worst team we played yet, we were going to lose to them, I think. I gave us that self-jinx, but what are you going to do? And now the playoffs are complete, guys. The Washington Capitals win the Stanley Cup. So, I want to see who was on that team. Okay, starting off, you got Matthews leading the way. Svechnikov, Campe, Robert Thomas, Kreider. Okay, wow, really good, top 6. Uyghur there's their best defenseman. They got some more forward depth from Marino, Siegenthaler. Kind of like last year, you just need a true number 1 on defense. After that, as long as you have decent depth, it doesn't matter too much. And now goalies here, they had 85 Varlamov, which is pretty decent. Again, though, tells me probably don't need an elite goalie. Just a decent goalie should do the job. And now look at the playoff sheet here, guys. You can see they actually beat the Vegas Golden Knights in 7. Kind of funny, of course. That's a rematch of the, 2018 Stanley Cup final, if I remember right. Also, too, here, guys, you can see all of our playoff scoring leaders. Crosby over a point per game. I'm kind of curious. He's at 96 now. He actually jumped by 2 overall at 37 years old. That is nuts. Granlund as well had a huge playoff. He stayed the same rating, though, which is interesting. Besser, Perron. Okay, so, I mean, PD, Ovechkin not doing too bad. I don't know. I think, probably just got unlucky. Take a look here and see Anderson's stats in the playoffs. 900 rate on, 338 goals against. Definitely could have been better. In Fleury's limited action, he actually looked really good. So, I don't know. Maybe we should have switched to him. In terms of the awards here, guys, obviously, we know all the team awards. Individually here, McKinnon, Art Ross Trophy, back-to-back years, along with the Hart. You got Quinn Hughes, back-to-back, James Norris. McKinnon also gets the Lady Byng. Michkov, Calder, so we called that one. Robert Thomas, Conn Smythe, that's cool. Gibson with the Vezina, actually playing for his Anaheim Ducks. Got the William Jennings as well. Romanov, Bill Masterton. LA coach Jack Adams. Barkov, back-to-back Selkies. McKinnon, back-to-back Ted Lindsay. And then Kyle Connor there with Maurice Richard. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed this fantasy draft video. I had a lot of fun with it. If you did, leave that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.